This year has plenty of Star Wars content to reveal, from the first trailer for The Last Jedi to the unveiling of Star Wars Battlefront 2. While Star Wars is a proven brand, many believe it's not worthy of the explosion of popularity. So we take a look at 5 reasons why Star Wars is overrated. Number 5. The movies aren't that good. In terms of epic movies, the original Star Wars trilogy is as close to perfect as you can get. But while many have loved the prequels when they first come out, they don't exactly stand the test of time against some of the other greatest movies of all time. Even the continuing saga, which started with The Force Awakens, started out great. But once the hype died down, it just didn't have the staying power of its original predecessors. The beautiful cinematography of Rogue One make it a great film to watch, but sitting down for a second time is a bit tougher to get through. There's much less character development in the newer movies, and true fans, while they can overlook it the first time through, can't ignore the lack of content in the long term. Number 4. The prequels. Admit it, whenever someone talks about The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, or Revenge of the Sith, there's a definite sense of disappointment, especially for those who were around for the original trilogy. The overdone CGI, pedestrian acting and writing, and a love story that makes you cringe make it difficult to even get through some of these. With all of the scrutiny that films receive in the modern era of social media, it's surprising this franchise didn't take more of a hit as a result. Number 3. Better stories are rarely used. While the main saga of Star Wars has a lot of great tales, those who are familiar with the expanded universe know that there are so many better storylines out there. For example, wouldn't you like to know more about how General Grievous came to power? Or how truly amazing Boba Fett was before he went out like a punk in Return of the Jedi? Now that the franchise is owned by Disney, it seems obvious that the goal is to expand the original trilogy, and that the fact that other great Star Wars stories exist has been pushed to the wayside. Hey Disney, ever hear of Admiral Thrawn? The Knights of the Old Republic? Amazing movies could be made from so many of the unknown legends. But unless Disney decides to stop with the Han Solo spin-offs, we'll just have to sit through whatever it is that follows up The Force Awakens. Number 2. It will be milked for decades. Do you even know when the original Star Wars movie premiered? Yeah, 1977. It's currently 2017, which means the franchise is 40 years old. Many people have spent their entire adult lives experiencing Star Wars stories and products, but the fact is, there's so much out there you haven't even seen yet. It's very rare that a franchise can become so popular it can survive for decades, especially to the level of success that Star Wars has attained. But as with most great things, people see that it can make money, and they exploit it for all it's worth. So while there will only be one original 1977 Episode 4, there'll be plenty of new movies, new shows, new toys, new video games, and the list goes on and on. Number 1. Nothing new anymore. Although it seems contradictory to number 2 on this list, the fact is, even new releases of Star Wars films, toys, and games are truly nothing new. Most releases rely on nostalgia to drum up those old feelings of adventure when you first experienced a Star Wars movie. But if you take the 2 biggest recent announcements, the trailer for The Last Jedi and Star Wars Battlefront 2, you'll realize that The Last Jedi is just a continuation of the movie we've already seen, and the second could be considered a remake or a sequel at best. It's clear that Disney isn't deviating from the original trilogy, and we have a pretty good idea of what to expect anytime something Star Wars is released. By cashing in on the nostalgia and following Hollywood trends, it's only a matter of time before Disney takes Star Wars in a direction that makes it seem as old as it really is. If you like this video, why not hit that like button? And remember to hit the subscribe button for more videos every 2 days.